Assalamu alaikum, hello and good evening viewers. I am Mehboob Sheikh, your host from Face to Face Toronto 360 TV. Viewers, today's program is totally awareness based program. I am in the site of York Region Police Head Office, Aurora, and our today's honorable guest is very intelligent, very smart, very brave. Yeah, I am talking about the Chief of Police York Region, Mr. Eric Jolly. And another person is the Sergeant Paul Chen. He is a very nice person. Yeah, is Pakistani origin. He is also Diversity and Culture Resources Unit Sergeant. So, sir, I am welcome both of you to my show. First, I introduce about the Chief Eric Jolliffe. Started his career with the Edmonton Police Service in 1979 in the age of 22. Yeah, in the age of 22 in 1981. He returned to York Region Police and joined York Region Police as a chief on December 13, 2010. And Eric Jolliffe is graduate of the Federal Bureau of Intelligence, FBI. I'm talking about FBI, and the FBI Law Enforcement Executive Development Program under the United States of America Department of Justice and Quantico, Virginia. So I am talking. First, I will start my program with Eric Jolliffe. Sir, Canada is one of the second largest country in the world, and lot of immigrants from the different countries, different culture, different religion. They come to Canada, top of the Canadian citizenship. How is the police able to manage to crime rate here in Canada?
Well, first of all, I need to share with you that we're very proud as a police service to serve a region, York Region, one of the most diverse regions in Canada. And we're very proud of that fact, and the fact that we are also very proud of the partnerships that we have developed within our community to help us keep York Region safe. So we have a number of community partners that share in the responsibility of making sure that York Region is a safe place to live. And I can tell you, and I think I probably have shared this with you before, and we've met before, that York Region is the safest community of its size in Canada. So we compare ourselves with communities over 1 million in population, and of those community country. Very proud of that, but you can't do that without having, as I said, significant partners to make sure this community is safe. And we have, and Paul helps through that process. So our Diversity and Cultural Resources Bureau as a very integral part in building those partnerships across York Region and in our very different and diverse communities. And as you've said, Canada is a very diverse community. It's a very diverse country. It's a very large country. But here in York Region, we fully understand the nature and history of where communities come from across the world, and we're very mindful and have a pretty good understanding about what people think or see in their law enforcement.
If you compare the different countries, just like US, Canada is very safe country, and the population in Canada is going fast now, growing up. So what's the difference between Canada and US?
Obviously, probably for most of your viewers, first and foremost is the difference in gun law. So Canada's got some significant restrictions on who can possess what kind of guns, and I think that has a significant contributing factor to how safe our communities are. And also we are, as we've grown up through the sort of the British system of law enforcement, where it has been for a couple of centuries now. We kind of follow what they call the Peel principles. So Sir Robert Peel was sort of the founder of modern policing, which came from England, and one of the most important principles, the Peel principles, one of the most important principles is the fact the police are the public and the public are the police. So this goes back to the partnership piece.
Yeah.
We have lived that in this country from coast to coast, and we embrace that as a law enforcement community.
If you see in the world, the accident rate has gone up due to the different reason. But recently, the cell phone is using, especially some use in the while they're driving, sometimes the crossing the road. So, do you have any strategy to reduce it in the accident rate in Toronto?
So here in York Region, we instruct our police officers to pay attention to what we consider the 5 most prominent causes of traffic accidents.
Okay.
So they are speeding, failing to wear your seatbelt, failing to stop at a stop sign, distracted driving, so that's playing on
texting while they're driving,
and impaired driving. So those are the 5 leading causes of road death in Canada, and we instruct our members to pay attention to those 5 particular matters.
Do you have any facts and figures that during the while the people are using the cell phone?
You know, I know that we'll issue probably this year, we'll probably issue over 1,000 of those infractions. And part of our responsibility, right, is road safety. Part of the responsibility is educating our community. So we do a fair bit of education around the whole safety matters anyway, to make sure that our community fully understands the consequences. But for some reason, our job is never done, and we continue to reinforce those
especially
messages.
in the winter, the people that don't use the winter tire in cars. So
I think we experienced that yesterday. I think yesterday would have been an example of, you know, lots of accidents yesterday. And, you know, winter in Canada sticks with us for a while, and one needs to be prepared until the end of the season, right?
And how does the police team respond the complaint of the fake and scam calls? The people, they are receiving a lot of scam calls. Hello, I am calling from Canada Revenue Board, and they give me your information. If you don't give me, blah blah blah. So, do you have any complaint?
So of course we do. We have an entire unit here. We have 21 police officers that manage fraudulent going-ons in the region, and lots of those are these, you know, either they're a romance scam or they're Canada Revenue scams and things like that. And you need to know, first of all, if someone's offering something that looks shady or is somewhat unbelievable, then it probably is shady or unbelievable, right? So people need to be very cautious, and we keep on reminding. We continue to put out public messaging about things that aren't on the up and up, and people need to be very mindful, right? If someone's asking for your credit card information, you need to know why that is the case. Do not give that information up. That's personal, private information. Don't do that, right? So, but there are people that seem to get attracted to something that seems to be plausible, but when you dig down deep, it's not.
If you compare the ratio of the scam calls or fake calls that people are receiving, so do you have any cell, particularly the cell for they are receiving the call from the people? I receive the call, and the people have a.
So there are a number of different avenues. Obviously, if you live in York Region,
I'm living in York Region.
Right? So we would most definitely entertain a phone call from you to let us know what is going on, so that we can investigate it, or at least keep track of what's going on. So you may have got a call and you may have sort of said no, but we would like to know about that, because it could be a new method of trying to defraud someone of their funds, right? So, you know, and there are other, you know, you can go on our website, you can get the whole different types of, there's several different ongoing scams that occur every year. So we got, as I said, CRA scam, we got a romance scam. You know, we've had people phone up and say, I'm with Revenue Canada, please give me your visa number, blah blah. Revenue Canada doesn't do that. Does not do that. So folks need to understand that there's something wrong here, right? You know, I heard on the news on the way in today that someone they've got an employment scam where they're asking you, if you want employment, no, by the way, send us some money. Well, I'm going to tell you, I don't know of any company that charges anyone to become, to sign up. So it's,
Yeah.
like it's
But sometimes people receive the emails, you just write your address and detail and send me back. If you don't send me, I will do.
I get those too.
Yeah.
Seriously,
You
I get
really?
those too, and I look at those and say, I don't recognize that address. I don't
Uh-huh.
recognize that person. Delete.
Delete. Okay.
If they really, if
Yeah.
they want, if they need to get a hold of you,
Yeah.
they'll get back to you. But I bet Paul, I bet you
Yeah.
probably get.
Yeah.
You take a look at it and say, I don't know that person. I really
Yeah.
don't recognize that, and
Yeah.
they're asking for something that
Yeah.
doesn't make
Yeah.
delete.
Now, thank you so much. Now we are taking a commercial short break. Don't go away. Just wait for the commercial break. We will return soon. Welcome back, viewers. I am Mehboob Sheikh, face to face 360 TV. Now we are going to Sergeant Paul. He is very well-known person in our community, in the South Asian community. He is available every time. So, Sergeant, can I speak in? You have a knowledge of different languages.
Yes.
So we can speak in the different language for our South Asian people. They came from India and Pakistan. So, Sergeant, जो लोग कनाडा माइग्रेट होके आते हैं स्पेशली फॉर द पाकिस्तान एंड इंडिया दे हैव लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम हियर इन हाउ टू डीलिंग विद द पुलिस क्योंकि थोड़ा सा फेयर होता है जैसे हमारे यहाँ पाकिस्तान और इंडिया के अंदर पुलिस का जो एटीट्यूड है हियर इज़ द वेरी डिफरेंट एटीट्यूड पुलिस एंड पब्लिक सो कनाडा इज बहुत पुरअमन मुल्क है और जो है वो यहाँ पर आपको क्या लगता है कि किस तर्ज की शिकायत ज़्यादातर पुलिस को मौसूल होती हैं और पुलिस को किस टाइम पे जो है वो अटेम्प्ट करना चाहिए कि ये मसला है जिसमें पुलिस को इन्वॉल्व किया जाए क्योंकि पुलिस आर वेरी बिजी इन द डिफरेंट वर्क्स।
मैं ये कह सकता हूँ कि जब भी पुलिस की ज़रूरत हो ना ज़रूर पुलिस को कॉल कीजिए। अगर आपको पता नहीं होना कि ये काम सही है सही नहीं है गलत काम है तो पुलिस को कॉल कीजिए। पुलिस खुद बताएगी आपको कि ये पुलिस का मसला है या पुलिस का मसला नहीं है, इसमें वो हल कर सकते हैं। एक चीज़ लोग को याद करनी चाहिए कि कनाडा में पुलिस आपका दोस्त है, पुलिस आपका दुश्मन नहीं है, आपका खिलाफ नहीं। तो अगर हमारा यहाँ में क्या असूल है कनाडा में कि पुलिस का काम क्या है कि पहला लोग का जान बचाने की बात करते हैं, फिर घर का हिफाजत करते हैं। तो ये याद करनी चाहिए लोगों को।
अमूमन आम तौर पे जो पुलिस को शिकायतें मौसूल होती हैं वो किस तर्ज पे होती हैं, उसकी वजूहत क्या होती हैं? घरेलू झगड़े होते हैं, ट्रैफिक पे एक्सीडेंट्स कार के आपस में होने की वजह से होते हैं?
यहाँ पे तो हर किस्म का होता है, ये कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता। मतलब एक्सीडेंट भी होता है, फ्रॉड का भी काम होता है, चोरी का भी, डकैती के भी, हर किस्म का ये सारा पुलिस का काम है। तो अगर लोग को जब ये हो ना हादसा तो ज़रूर पुलिस को कॉल कीजिए।
कनाडा की पुलिस का एटीट्यूड बिटवीन द पीपल इज़ वेरी नाइस, एवरीबडी नोज, और इसीलिए लोग जो है वो चाहते हैं कि दे बिकम अ पुलिस ऑफिसर। तो आपके ख्याल में जो है वो पुलिस का एटीट्यूड जो है वो बेहतर होने की वजूहत क्या हैं और आवाम का कॉन्फिडेंस जो है वो किस तरह मज़ीद इसको हासिल किया जा सकता है?
ये है ना कि पुलिस का काम इस मुल्क में बहुत सेफ काम है और इज़्ज़तदार काम है। तो इसलिए लोग चाहते हैं कि पुलिस में भर्ती होने के लिए, और ये जॉब इतनी अच्छी जॉब है ना कि लोग मतलब कि जहाँ जिसी महफिल में जाए या कहीं भी जाए ना मतलब उनको इज़्ज़त मिलता है पुलिस में। तो इसलिए ये हमारा भी ये ख्वाहिश है ना कि हमारे जो नौजवान जो है पुलिस में शामिल हो और पुलिस के साथ काम करें।
अब अगर आप देखें कि साउथ एशियन कम्युनिटी हियर इन कनाडा डाइवर्सिटी आपको नज़र आती है जो कि हमें हमारे दीगर मुल्कों में नज़र नहीं आती, ख़ासतौर पर इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के अंदर डाइवर्सिटी। यहाँ पे जो है वो मुस्लिम भी हैं, क्रिश्चियन भी हैं, जूश भी हैं, सिख भी हैं, माइनॉरिटीज़ बड़ी तादाद में मौजूद हैं यहाँ पर, लेकिन आपस के अंदर कम्युनिटी जो है वो इन्वॉल्व है एक दूसरे के अंदर। तो उस कम्युनिटी के इन्वॉल्व होने से पुलिस को किस हद तक फ़ायदा होता है?
इसमें हम लोग का बहुत फ़ायदा है। फ़ायदा इसमें है ना कि जब कम्युनिटी एक साथ काम कर रहा है और पुलिस का साथ काम कर रहे हैं तो सब लोग खुश रहते हैं। सब लोग को अगर जो भी कुछ मुश्किल आती हो उनको तो वो हमें बताते हैं, फिर हम उनका वो जो मुश्किल आती है उनके लिए हल करते हैं।
अच्छा, यॉर्क रीजन जो है वो ऐसा लगता है कि क्राइम ना होने के बराबर है। एवरीबॉडी सेफ, फीलिंग सेफ हियर इन यॉर्क रीजन ड्यू टू योर परफॉर्मेंस, स्पेशली पुलिस जिस तरह परफॉर्मेंस करती है। तो अगर आप कंपेयर करें यॉर्क रीजन को दूसरे रीजन के मुकाबले में कनाडा के, ख़ासतौर पर टोरंटो या दीगर हिस्सों के, तो आप यहाँ रेशो जो है वो आप किस हद तक आप समझते हैं कि यहाँ जो है वो ज़्यादा क्राइम जो है वो कम है?
ये कई साल पहले मैकलेन मैगजीन में आया था वो एक सर्वे जिसमें कहा कि यॉर्क रीजन पूरा कनाडा में सबसे सेफ
वन ऑफ द सेफेस्ट प्लेस
इस हमारे जो साइज़ के मुताबिक तो ये सबसे मतलब सेफ जगह है, तो इसी वजह से हम लोग कहते हैं कि यॉर्क रीजन है बहुत सेफ मतलब बाकी जगहों से मुकाबले में।
अच्छा, हम नाज़रीन आपके साथ एक वीडियो शेयर करना चाहते हैं। वो वीडियो जो है वो इज़ बिलोंग टू द पुलिस परफॉर्मेंस हियर इन यॉर्क रीजन। दे आर डूइंग वेरी गुड जॉब फॉर द प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ द पीपल to how to they are looking how to people drive testing in a car while the driving. So वो वीडियो आपको शेयर करते हैं.
Okay, so Honda Odyssey, female, white, texting with a black cell phone in her right hand as she's driving.
Oh, I'm 10 hour.
Yeah, that's the one right in front of you there, the black Odyssey. Yeah, it's going to be at 10:50 hours. Location is going to be Young and Savage. We can't be everywhere at all times, but if we're able to make these observations on these main roadways, we know that the message will get out there. So I think in bringing in the public, bringing in our community partners, that'll allow us to work together to ultimately try to lower the amount of distracted driving that's out there. So we got on the bus today. First of all, I'm going to be talking to the driver, letting them know why we're there, right? Once I'm up there, I like to sit in an elevated area, usually towards the back of the bus. That way you've got a greater way of looking into the vehicles that are both going with the traffic or against it. And then once I situate myself there, I let the guys know who are around the area. This is the bus I'm on, this is the direction we're traveling, and I'll give off landmarks so that way they know if some are in the front or some are trailing behind, kind of the general area where I'm at. So you're looking through the bus window into the vehicles as they're traveling either beside us or going opposite us. Sometimes if it's a higher commercial motor vehicle, you're looking directly across at them. And you're going to see what they're doing, right? Some people are two hands on the wheel doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Other times, you're going to get those people holding the morning coffee, the morning sandwich. And they're just trying to get to work or they're trying to get where they have to go when they're driving down the road. So I'm going to look for the type of the car, color, make, model. I'm going to try to describe the type of phone they're using, right? Whether it's an Apple phone or a Samsung, whether it's in a case or not in a case, and where they're using it. Is it going to be in their right hand, left hand? Is it up by their ear or is it down by their waist and while they're texting and driving? We can't be everywhere at all times. Maybe the next time they're driving down that road and they see a bus, well, is this the one that the police are on or not? Okay, fellas, white Dodge minivan, female driver. She's in the lane number 1, about to go southbound as the light changes, operating a handheld device in her left hand, texting while driving. We're trying to engage the public so that they can help us in a partnership. If they see us out there full uniform on a bus, they're going to start asking questions. And if we can get out there and say, this is what we're doing, this is why we're on the bus, they're going to be able to work with us. There's been times that people have actually engaged us as officers to say, you know, did you see that guy or did you see that woman? She was texting, and they're actually trying to help us as well. There's always going to be people that sometimes think that it's not the best tactic, it's not a fair tactic. We're going to use different tactics as people change their ways of getting the information out to their friends. Where we used to have mobile or stationary enforcement, this is just a different way. We're still being mobile in our enforcement, we're just using a different vehicle and doing it. And hopefully people will see it's not just police cars that they have to be cognizant about when they're texting or when they're talking. It's everywhere. Everybody, when they're out in their car, they think that this is their own little area, and it is. And that's why a lot of people will drive their own cars to work or to wherever they have to go. But when that own little space may affect somebody else's, it can only take a moment for a tragedy to happen. We want to make sure that it doesn't.
अभी आपने वीडियो देखी कि किस तरह जो है यॉर्क रीजन के अंदर पुलिस जो है वो बस में बैठ के और दीगर तरीके से आवाम के तहफ़्फ़ुज़ के लिए किस तरह इक़दाम कर रही है। ये हमारे और आपके तहफ़्फ़ुज़ के लिए हमें चाहिए कि ड्यूरिंग ड्राइविंग, व्हाइल वी आर ड्राइविंग अ कार, डोंट यूज़ द मोबाइल फ़ोन, और स्पीड अप जो है वो आपको कम रखनी चाहिए। जो लिमिट है स्पीड की, उस स्पीड के हिसाब से जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि आप अकेले नहीं होते, आपके साथ आपकी फैमिली वाबस्ता होती है। आपकी स्पीड अप करने से टाइम उतना ही लगना है, लेकिन आप और आपकी फैमिली मुतासिर होती है। So now I am asking once again the Chief of Police York Region, Mr. Eric Jolliffe. I am asking the question about the new generation who want to become a police officer.
Right.
So what career path should they choose after the high school?
Yeah, so I can tell you that probably 95% of the individuals that join this police service have a university degree. So we would be looking for that, of course. But also, we're looking for individuals that live the values of this police service. And over my shoulder here are the 7 values of our organization.
Okay.
So we are looking for people that obviously have integrity. We're looking for people that have worked in a team environment. We're looking for people that have given back to community. So when we interview a candidate for the police service, we are interviewing to those 7 values of an organization to make sure that they have done certain things that appeal to us as an organization, but what we also know will appeal to the community that we serve. And the process is, and Paul can elaborate if you wish, but the process is fairly rigorous. And we are looking to try to recruit individuals that we know will serve our community and our diverse community in a very special way. So the very special way is all about treating people with dignity and respect.
Chief, what is the procedure if the people who want to work as a volunteer and with the police, do you have any procedure to?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this organization, we're very proud of the fact that York Regional Police has over 500 volunteers. So you can volunteer as a auxiliary officer. So these are people that volunteer all the time. They get to wear a uniform.
Really?
But they're called auxiliary officers.
Okay.
And they help us in community, at community events and some traffic control and things like that. We have a community choir or a chorus. We have a pipe band. We sponsor a military cadet program, so they're youth cadets. So we have that program going on, and then we have each of our districts. We have 5 policing districts, and each of those districts have citizens who volunteer their time to advise the commanders of those areas of things of interest in community. So as I say, we've built quite a significant base of volunteers to support the work that we do in community, and that's also an application process, and we're obviously looking with people who are upstanding citizens and have a clean background.
You are also aware the people, the student in the schools and college to how to protect the place if you have some complaint. So how many plan do you have in this type?
So we're, from an educational perspective, we are in public schools, we're in high schools, we're in community colleges and universities doing educational programming. We're out in community to community groups. If someone who's watching here has a community group that wishes York Regional Police, if they live in York Region, to give them safety tips around fraud that we just spoke about, we're more than happy to do that. And a number of other things. If someone's wants to crime prevention tips, we would be more than happy to come out to a community group and share what we know in those areas too. We're very open, very accommodating to the needs of our community.
You know, very long journey was 1979. We are now is 2019 in police department. So would you like to share your experience?
Well, I've very entertaining experience, right?
Really?
So I joined the job before computers were in existence. Most of the reports that I did as a police officer were all handwritten. So today is way different, right? So as an organization, we rely on technology heavily to do our business. We are nationally recognized for our business intelligence tools that allow us to be in the right place at the right time to protect community. That's one of the reasons why this region is one of the safest of its size in Canada.
Would you like to share your experience about when you visited Pakistan?
I would love to.
When did you like?
So it was a year ago. It was almost a year ago to the day.
Yeah.
We were sponsored on 2 fronts. One by the Canada-Pakistan Business Council,
Mhm.
a great organization. And when I talk about partners, right?
Yeah.
So they are a partner of us in community. We are a partner of theirs.
Mhm.
And they were very kind to invite me to go to Islamabad to speak at a leadership conference,
Mhm.
which Paul and I actually, we traveled together with folks from the Canada-Pakistan Business Council,
Mhm.
and we had I'm going to say, an outstanding trip.
Mhm.
I can tell you the hospitality and the kindness that we received was significant.
Mhm.
The opportunities that we were offered were unique. I can tell you, very unique. You know, how often does a kid from Canada, I guess I'm not a kid anymore, but I'll say a kid from Canada, get to ring the bell at the the stock exchange in Karachi?
Uh-huh.
So how often does that happen? That is very unique, right?
Yeah, really.
Uh,
So you like it?
It was great. So, you know, or being a guest of the governor of Sindh.
Governor of
So,
Sindh.
you know, being their guest to stay on his property. You know, going to the Sindh Club
Sindh Club.
for lunch. It's
Uh-huh.
a unique opportunity, a club with great history.
Mhm.
You know,
What do you like best there?
I was, I can tell you, not knowing a lot about the history of Pakistan. So, you know, you grow up, so I think of when I thought of Islamabad, right? So, you know, you think of the Gulf War and the turmoil years ago,
Mhm.
right? And images, right, of that. And then going to Islamabad and seeing the beautiful scenery and countryside and the people, it was just a marvelous opportunity. You know, I gotta say, I think I stayed in one of the most beautiful hotels.
Mhm.
The Serena Hotel there in Islamabad, I can tell you that, first class hotel.
Mhm.
And to get the opportunity to.
Lot of people talking about the peace in situation in Pakistan. Are you satisfied?
So I was, yeah, so you know, listen, you know, there's always that conversation that comes up, and I've been asked that question about, I felt totally safe. We traveled all about Karachi. We were out every day traveling around and visiting a ton of people. I don't think we had a moment to ourselves, quite frankly, in the time that we were in Karachi. Felt perfectly safe and very bustling city, like a big city,
Really?
a bustling city, lots going on.
Yeah.
But you know, we were out from early in the morning until very late at night, getting to see lots of people, lots of sights, and then off to Islamabad, another beautiful city with great people, and again travel around. We had a kind of a unique opportunity, because when they were having this leadership conference, which I spoke about, and I spoke about how York Regional Police interacts with its diverse communities and the partnerships that we've built with our community. So we have a tremendous partnership with the Canadian Business Council. We have a great partnership with the Pakistan Consulate. We have a great partnership with with COPO. Like, we have partnerships in the Pakistan community that are significant, and they have been long-standing. So for us, when we go and we go and we represent York Region Police, but we're also representing those with Pakistan origin here in Canada back home, right? So when I was speaking about the relationship that we have with the Pakistan community here in York Region, which is significant. So very proud, right?
Last but not least, how does the 911 team respond on the call they receive? The people call. Sometime people received presidential alert, amber alert.
Right.
So can you explain to our viewers?
So, you know, so I can tell you, 911
Yeah.
is for emergencies only.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're not going to respond in an emergency fashion to a barking dog complaint or a noisy party, that sort of thing, or someone parked illegally, we're not going to respond we don't want folks to be phoning 911 for that. We want folks to be phoning us in true emergencies for 911. And we have an entire team here. We've got 110 staff that manage our communication center. So if someone phones in, they get a 911 operator. They will ask them three things: police, fire, or emergency medical, EMS.
Yeah.
So they're asking what your need is, and we do it here in this facility, and they will transfer that call to whatever agency occurs to be the most urgent required. However, you in York Region, you will get what we call a tiered response. You will get all three agencies appear on many 911 type calls.
Okay.
So you're getting a top quality piece of service.
Okay. Do you have any message for our South Asian community? They are living here in Canada, especially in the Ontario. So if you have any message, please go.
You know, we are very, very proud to serve a very diverse community here in York Region, and we're equally proud to serve individuals with Pakistan origin, and proud, as I said, as an organization to serve that community also. And if the community needs our assistance, please reach out to us as a police service to assist you in whatever your need is from a policing perspective. And again, as an organization, we are honored to serve the citizens of this region.
Comparing with others and expecting from others. अगर आप ये दो चीज़ों को अपना लें कि अपनी लाइफ के अंदर किस तरह खुश रहना है, तो आप खुश रह सकते हैं कि लोगों से कंपेयर नहीं करें कि जी मेरे पास तो ये है तो उसके पास ये नहीं है, और उसके पास ये है तो मेरे पास भी ये होना चाहिए. इसके अंदर आप अपने आप को देखें कि आपको अल्लाह ताला ने, गॉड ने जो आपको दिया है, आप अपने आप को ऊपर देखने की बजाय नीचे की जानिब देखें. जब आप नीचे देखेंगे तो आपको अपने से कमतर लोग नजर आएंगे. नाजरीन, मैं अपने प्रोग्राम का इख्तिताम करता हूँ. अपने प्रोग्राम के इख्तिताम करने से कबल हम आपको 911 दिखाते हैं कि हाउ टू रिस्पॉन्ड द 911 इफ समवन हैव सम इश्यूज पीपल दे कॉल 911 हाउ टू रिस्पॉन्ड इट. और मैं उम्मीद रखता हूँ कि आपने जो आज का ये प्रोग्राम देखा होगा, ख़ास तौर पे स्पेशली द चीफ ऑफ यॉर्क रीजन पुलिस एरिक जॉलिफ, इन्होंने बहुत ही कीमती टाइम निकाला हमारे साथ. हम इनके बहुत मशकूर हैं. वी आर वेरी थैंकफुल दैट दिस गाय बहुत बिज़ी होते हैं. इज़ वेरी बिज़ी. मुख्तलिफ़ मकामात पे, मुख्तलिफ़ जगहों पर इनसे बातचीत का मौका मिलता था. हम चाहते थे कि इनसे गुफ्तगू शनीद करें. आज बड़ी मुश्किल से हमें ये टाइम मैसर आया है, और हम बहुत मशकूर हैं सार्जेंट पॉल का. वो अपना एक रोल प्ले कर रहे हैं, और हमें इस बात की खुशी है कि उनको एक नहीं बहुत सारी ज़बानों पे अबूर हासिल है. अगर आप पर्शियन हैं तो वो पर्शियन भी जानते हैं, वो मैंड्रिन भी बोलते हैं, चाइनीज़ भी बोलते हैं, उर्दू भी बोलते हैं, हिंदी भी बोलते हैं, और बहुत सारी ज़बानों पर भी उनको अबूर हासिल है. अपने होस्ट महबूब शेख को इजाज़त दीजिए. अल्लाह पाक हमारा और आपका हम नासिर हो. पाकिस्तान कनाडा जिंदाबाद. नाजरीन, जैसा कि आपके इल्म में है कि हम इस वक्त अरोरा के यॉर्क रीजनल पुलिस हेड ऑफिस अरोरा में मौजूद हैं, और हम इस वक्त 911 का आपको बताना चाह रहे हैं कि हाउ टू रिस्पॉन्ड 911, और हम इस सिलसिले में बात भी करेंगे. इस वक्त हम 911 की जो है वो मेन जगह है, उस वक्त वहाँ मौजूद हैं. जब आप कोई कॉल करते हैं, कोई इमरजेंसी होती है, आपको नहायत इमरजेंसी होती है, तो आप कॉल करते हैं, तो 911 किस तरह रिस्पॉन्ड करती है ये हम आपको बताना चाह रहे हैं. तो आप देखें कैमरामैन साबिर गाया की नज़र से हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं कि हाउ टू रिस्पॉन्ड 911. With us, police communicator, Miss Karen. Miss Karen, so I am asking about if some people call 911, how is it respond 911?
If somebody calls 911, we answer the phone. Do you require the police, fire, or ambulance? Because we are we're the primary contact with the 911. So we have, if it's a police call, we handle it, and if it has to be downloaded to ambulance, we transfer it to ambulance, and the same goes for fire. So if it's a fire call, we transfer it down to fire so that they get the information that they need, and fire can dispatch or ambulance can dispatch. Now, sometimes in cases we respond with ambulance and fire. So people that are in an accident, let's say, a lot of people call in 911, they witness it. So in that case, we transfer to the ambulance because we have to get the medical help, but the police come as well because we have to do the report, we have to do all the investigation with regards to the crash, right?
Yeah, carry on, carry on.
So when we get a 911 drop, if it's from a landline, so a house that has a Bell landline or a Rogers landline, we will get an actual address and usually subscriber information. If it's in that case, then we know it's coming from a landline and we already know where we're going to be sending the police or the ambulance. If it's a cell phone, unfortunately, sometimes we don't get anything. It's not like the TV shows in the U.S.
Yeah.
All right. Sometimes we get some coordinates. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we'll get a phone number for the registered owner, but we do not get names. We'll get who the cell phone company is. So if there's no voice contact between that cell phone, we'll have to call back or try to get subscriber information. If it's a 911 call and it's like imminent danger to that person calling in 911.
Can you come?
911, do you require police, fire, or ambulance?
If someone call by mistake 911, so what do you,
So if somebody calls by mistake,
yeah.
so if it's coming from a landline, we do have to send officers out to double check to make sure everybody is safe because we don't know what's happening on the phone. We can't confirm that everybody's safe on the phone. So all residential phones from 911 or landlines, we do have to investigate and make sure everybody's safe. If it's a cell phone and we call back and everything is like the person says that it was just a mistaken dial, it was in their pocket, which we get a lot of, we will not attend. We'll make a note that we've talked with the person, we take their name, their date of birth, and make sure that everything's okay.
If someone call 911 and they shut down the immediately cell phone, so what do you think? Why he is calling? Do you have any idea? Do you have any?
If we don't have any voice contact, what'll happen is we hear a ruckus in the background. So something to indicate that somebody has an emergent situation. We'll call the cell phone company and we will be able to get subscriber information.
What kind of calls do you receive mostly in 911?
Mostly 911. A lot of cell phone calls that are in the pocket, that are mistaken dials, and people don't put their phones on lock. So it takes a lot of time for us to call and make sure that everybody's okay. There's a lot of domestics. So, and a lot of mental health issues that are becoming quite prevalent in psychological problems that and people that are in need of assistance, whether it's ambulance or us to calm them down. So there's a high increase right now in York Region with those kinds of calls, and it's spreading. I mean, it can happen anywhere either. It doesn't have to happen in like a bad neighborhood or whatever. It happens everywhere in York Region.
This is totally our awareness program. The people, they are coming from the South Asia especially, they don't speak in English. So how do you?
We have translators. We can hook them up with people that actually speak their language. It's a language line that we utilize, and they have many, many, many languages that we can hook up. And through them, we can determine where they are, what their problem is, and determine whether it actually is a police matter or an ambulance matter. And but they get to speak in their home tongue.
Would you like to share the volume of calls you are receiving in a day for 911?
Oh, wow,
maximum, minimum, just for.
So we receive, on average, daily, anywhere from 500 to 800 calls. Now, the average of 911 calls, I can't really speak to how many are the 911 calls,
in a
but
day, do you have any data for the day and a month?
in a day,
weekly?
so in a 12-hour period, so in a day shift, a normal day shift like now, we will probably average between 5 to 700, 800 calls. It depends on what happens out in the public, right? So if we have a big snowstorm, there's a lot of accidents. If there's a power outage, that kind of thing, the volume is increased because people see it, they witness it, they call 911. So depending on what's happening out there, it'll increase how many calls are received. in a 12-hour period, like I said, a day shift like today will receive between 500 and 800 calls. Again, depending on what happens in
Would
the
you like to
neighborhood.
advise the people so which situation they are facing the call to 911 because you are very busy here in almost all the time. So what kind of situation people are facing the call to 911? Especially.
So a 911 call, it's emergent. So there's crimes in progress. There's people that are injured. So an accident where there's a personal injury, that's a 911 call. If there are people out of control, so with a lot of mental health issues.
Sometimes the domestic issue between wife and husband.
Exactly,
And kids
exactly.
and parents.
Exactly. That is a 911 situation because there could be some harm to life. So I'm a break-in and enter in progress. So if you come upon a house where you see somebody breaking into it, that's a crime in progress. So we say dial 911. Impaired drivers, you're dialing 911 because the safety of the public is paramount to us. So things like a theft from a car that happens overnight, that's not a 911 call because it's not emergent, it's not happening right now, it's not an in-progress call. So we just like to say to the public, just err on the side of caution. If you think somebody's injured or if it's crime in progress, call 911 for sure. But if it's like something like that where you don't know and it's happened overnight, it's not an emergent call. So try to look up that non-emergency police number. There's a couple of them in the area, and we do have a toll-free number as well.
Thank you so much, Madam Karen. She is sharing with us now how to respond 911, and I think you know how to respond 911. The people are very busy. They are serving for the country. They are serving for the people. They are living here in Canada. So once again, thank you so much for valuable and precious time.
Oh,
I
you're
know
more than welcome.
are
You're
very
more than
busy.
welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a great day.
नाज़रीन व्यूवर्स आपने देखा कि किस तरह 911 जो है वो रिस्पॉन्ड करती है। हमने आपको बताने का मकसद 911 का ये था कि आप अपने कीमती टाइम पुलिस के साथ जो मैसर होते हैं उसको किस तरह अवेल कर सकते हैं। आपको चाहिए कि जब आप महसूस करते हैं कि 911 की आपको ज़रूरत है, आप उस वक्त कॉल करें क्योंकि द पीपल आर वेरी बिजी फॉर सर्विंग अस। सो प्लीज़ टेक केयर और अपने आप को महफूज बनाने के लिए, अपने बच्चों को, अपने फ्यूचर को, अपने मुस्तकबिल को बेहतर से बेहतर बनाने के लिए आप कोशिश करें कि कोई ऐसी नौबत ना आए कि 911 की आपको ज़रूरत पड़े। लेकिन अगर आप वाकई में किसी इमरजेंसी में हैं, आप समझते हैं कि आपको 911 की ज़रूरत है, तो आप 911 कॉल करें। पुलिस आपकी खिदमत के लिए हाजिर है। और जिस वक्त आपने देखा कि हमारी जो है वो यहाँ के लोगों ने हमें किस तरह ब्रीफली बताया कि 911 हाउ टू रिस्पॉन्ड 911 इज़ वन कॉल टू 911। तो थैंक यू सो मच। अपने होस्ट महबूब शेख को फेस टू फेस टोरंटो 360 टीवी के साथ इजाज़त दीजिए। अल्लाह आपका और हमारा हामी और नाजिर हो। कनाडा पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद।